Good evening, and welcome to tonight's public forum featuring candidates for Knox County Circuit Judge, Knox County Commissioner, and the Vincennes Community School Corporation Board of Trustees. There are other candidates, but they declined to take part in the forum or are not contested. I'm Joyce Vilwalk, a member of the League of Women Voters of Knox County. The League is a nonpartisan organization that encourages informed and active participation in our government. We would like to thank Vincennes PBS for their commitment to this program. They are a valuable partner in our community to help you make an informed decision as you vote on Tuesday, November the 8th. Our format includes a 30-second opening statement by the candidates, followed by a question and answer session. Candidates will be given 1 minute for a closing statement. Questions for the program have been formulated by a committee of the League of Women Voters. Our first candidate is running for Knox County Circuit Court Judge, Sherry Gregg Gilmore. We will begin with you. You may start with your 30-second opening statement.
Well, thank you, Joyce. First of all, I want to like to thank the League of Women Voters for holding this forum. And I appreciate the work of the League and its encouragement and efforts to educate the public about elections, candidates, and voting. So I just wanted to say that first. I have been a circuit court judge in Knox County for 24 years. And in fact, I just received an award for that 24 years of service from the Chief Justice, and it's something I'm very proud of. So I appreciate you having me on the program.
Thank you. Is there anything in addition to your opening statement that you would like to let the voters of Knox County know about your background and why you are qualified to hold this office?
Well, one thing I'd like to do is tell you I have two sons, excuse me, two sons, John and Hunter Gregg, and I have two stepsons, Donnie and Tyler Gilmore. We lost their father 4 years ago this month, Donnie Gilmore, to cancer, so we're all still cohesive family and help each other. I had 13 years of law practice when I was elected judge. And so, like I said, I've been doing this for 24 years, and every day's a new day.
Okay.
So I still enjoy it very much.
We'll talk some more with other questions. Thank you. Tell us about the importance of this office.
This office carries a great deal of responsibility with it. A lot of dedication, making sure that you work hard, that you're fair to everyone, regardless of who they are, where they come from, what they have. You have to follow the law, and you have to have what I call a judicial temperament, so that you're even-handed with everyone who comes through that door.
Thank you. What do you consider the top 2 issues facing your office?
One is we've become inundated with cases, partly due to COVID, partly due to the number of filings, which leads to the other top issue. It's the explosion of drugs in our community. People who are drug affected will commit more crime. There's more domestic battery. There's more grandparents having to take care of children, or children being adopted, and it just starts rolling. And so we're trying to address those issues and get back up on top of everything that had to lag behind during the COVID pandemic. Mm-hmm. But everyone's working hard. Everyone's trying to help. People are cooperating across the judiciary, all other agencies. And so I really believe that we're making headway.
So the number of cases is an issue.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Definitely.
Anything else, since we asked for the top 2 issues, anything else that you want to talk about?
That's really, there are 2 separate issues, actually. And plus, there's a lack of personnel available. And I think that's across the country and across all areas of our society. So everybody's working overtime to get that done.
Yes, I can understand that.
But we do have a criminal justice coordinating committee so that no one's working in a vacuum to help resolve these issues, or at least we get together, we brainstorm, courts, probation, prosecutor, a sheriff, all the police departments, and try to coordinate and come up with plans.
Good, thank
Yes,
you.
You're welcome.
Now it's time for your closing statement.
Okay.
You have up to 1 minute.
Okay. Well, as I've already said, I'm very proud of having been able to serve the citizens of Knox County and the state of Indiana for the last 24 years. I'm not ready to give that up because I feel like I could still offer people quality justice and fairness, honesty. I also believe I've served in a strong, steady, respectful way, regardless of who is before me or what kind of case they have. Being a judge is a privilege and it's an honor, carries a lot of responsibility, and requires what I call a judicial temperament, which is patient and understanding but firm, taking every case seriously, but not taking yourself too seriously. I've heard over 200,000 cases to be conservative. And not one day has been the same. You know, one of your jobs is to maintain, I guess, decorum and make sure other people respect the judiciary, the courtroom, what the rule of law means. So I've had to exclude people from the courtroom when they came dressed inappropriately. I've had to remove people who wouldn't follow the rules, and I don't like doing that. So one thing I encourage at all times is for people to understand what that place means. Mm-hmm. I'm in awe every time I walk in, you know, and I've been doing it a long time. I want voters to know that I believe in the Constitution. I believe in the rule of law. I believe in justice for everyone. And every time I walk in that courtroom, I feel an obligation, a duty, a responsibility to the people I serve.
Okay, I need to cut you off now.
Okay. I could keep talking, as
That's
you can
all
tell.
right. Well, Sherry, thank you very much for being here.
I
We
appreciate it very much. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Our next candidate is running for Knox County Circuit Court Judge, Monica Carpenter Gilmore. We will begin with you. You may start with your 30-second opening statement.
Thank you, Joyce. So I would start by letting everyone know that I am a Knox County native. I was born and raised in Vincennes, graduated from Rebay High School in 1998. I then went on to Vincennes University, graduated from VU in 2000 with a degree in what was then the pre-law program. I'm not sure they really even have that degree anymore, but it was an associate's. Went on to Indiana University to get my bachelor's in philosophy. And then I obtained my Juris Doctor from the University of Arkansas William H. Bowen School of Law in 2006.
Anything else you'd like to tell us?
I have a husband, Kyle, who is a sheriff's deputy here in Knox County, and we have 2 children, Fiona and Fenton. Fiona is 10 and Fenton is 7. My parents are Susan and David Carpenter, and my mother-in-law is Connie Gilmore.
Thank you. Tell us the importance of this office.
I don't think it can be overstated that this office has a critical role to our county's governance. The circuit court is sometimes referred to as the big court because it historically handled cases of the highest level in terms of capital murders. There were a variety of other cases that were heard in there within the last few years. I think it's been about 6 years that they changed the local rules to have civil torts, also property cases, guardianships, adoptions, things that really reach every single person in Knox County, whether you realize it or not, are heard in that court. So, you know, there's definitely something that affects everyone in that court.
What do you consider the top 2 issues facing your office?
I think that there is a major problem with people being able to get timely access to court. Right now, cases are being continued out, unfortunately, sometimes months, sometimes years at a time, through no fault of the litigants, and that needs to be remedied. That's something that I would definitely make a priority. I think that there needs to be a little more structure in the court, and that would be my second priority. That would go hand in hand with the calendaring. It really just needs to have some more strict guidelines so that both the litigants and the attorneys practicing in the court have something to rely on. That consistency of here's how we do it in this court and here's what I can expect, those are very important.
Okay. Now it's time for your closing statement, and you have up to 2 minutes.
Okay, gosh. Something that's very near and dear to my heart is victims advocacy. My family has been incredibly blessed. I don't complain at all, but we have been on the victim side of the courtroom, unfortunately, a couple of different times. I remember when I was a kid, my dad was hit by a drunk driver, and he had to go through the court system, literally only finding out about the hearing because we got a call at the last minute, hey, this guy's being sentenced, do you want to come over here? That is inherently wrong in my heart. I don't like that. Victims should have a role. Victims should be aware of what's going on. You know, another unfortunate circumstance, which turned out okay, is that my husband was shot in the line of duty. We were full-blown on the victim side of that and had to go through all of it with the guy that shot him. So again, I want to see the victims not being victimized twice. That's something that is a big priority for me. I don't think that it is being addressed as well as maybe it could be right now. So I would like to see some sort of accountability as far as notification of the victims, requiring that there's proof that the victims have been notified, scheduling things with the victims in mind, not just scheduling them for the lawyers, because frankly the lawyers are the only ones that are really ever talked to about that, and sometimes that can't be helped, but it doesn't mean that we can't ask and make it a priority, and that would be something that I would definitely bring to the circuit court if I was chosen. I foresee a lot of changes that I would make, mostly in the managerial standpoint of things. I know that I would be a capable judge on the bench, and I know that I would be a very capable manager of that office, and that's what I think I would bring to the people of Knox County.
Thank you. We appreciate you being here, and wish you well.
Thank you, Joyce.
Thank you. Kelly Streeter joins us, and she is running for County Commissioner in District 3. You may start with your 30-second opening statement.
Well, I'm glad to be here, and I want to thank the League of Women Voters for all their volunteer hours to make sure our community has plenty of knowledge about the elected officials, the jobs they serve, how to vote, when to vote. It's extremely important because it's so complicated at times. So thank you for that. Like you said, I'm Kelly Streeter. I am the current County Commissioner from District 3. I reside in Freelandville with my children and proudly support our school corporation. I've served for 6 years. First 2 years I was elected by caucus to replace the late Roe Sargent, and I was then elected by the residents of the county to serve, and I'm here again to ask for a vote another term.
Thank you. Have you filled out your vote411.org candidate questionnaire?
I did. I filed the very first day before the primary election, and I was ready to run and ready to hit this road for re-election, and I actually completed mine before the primary.
Thank you for filling it out.
You're welcome.
This will help all the voters in Knox County know more about you as a candidate.
Well, I'll start wearing my button.
Is there anything in addition to your opening statement that you would like Knox County voters to know about your background and why you're qualified to hold the office?
Yes, I have served in local government, primarily in a public safety capacity in emergency management or health department emergency preparedness for the last 17 years. I've had great experiences working with all government officials, from county commissioners all the way to part-time employees in various departments. So I felt that I had a great knowledge of how county government works, and I could bring that knowledge to continue the teamwork that I felt county government should have. So my background is primarily public safety, but in the last 6 years I've gained a great amount of experience as a commissioner.
Okay, tell us about the importance of this office.
Well, the county commissioner's position, there's 3 in the county, and we are the elected executives of the county, and we are over a vast amount of very important things, such as all county roads, all infrastructure such as bridges and all of the pipes that have to handle drainage. We're over all the county properties, and that includes the jail, the courthouse, the highway department, all of the properties themselves. Having 280 employees, we also have a lot to decide in regards to their benefits and how each of them are working, and we have to approve their payroll as well.
Okay, what do you consider the top 2 issues facing your office? And you'll have 2 minutes for this.
Gotcha. Well, there's a lot of issues that face the county commissioner's office. Sometimes they just pop up every day, but on a consistent basis, we are dealt with handling over 800 miles of county road, on top of over 200 bridges. So we use them all day, every day, and making sure that we can use the fuel tax dollars that we get appropriately to fix the worst first, and then handling those immediate issues. The county jail and all of the other properties that we have to maintain are a daily issue, that we have to either handle someone that's fallen or, just like I said, employee matters. So these are day to day, but future-wise, economic development is kind of a buzzword you'll hear, and commissioners are really charged to do all they can to make sure that we grow jobs, we support local businesses. So we're always looking for ways to revolutionize that, and looking after this pandemic and the age of technology, we've really had to kind of sharpen our skills on how do we grow Knox County, truly grow our population base, and we have higher paying jobs. So the commissioners have worked very hard with Knox County, Indiana Economic Development Corporation to partner with all of our universities, grow our hospital nursing program, support the Pantheon through ag technology, and the list could go on and on. But ultimately, when it comes to the commissioners, public safety is always closest to my heart. In the last couple of years, we were faced with having to provide an ambulance service for the county, and it was a it was very difficult in all levels. Personally, it was heartfelt for me, being that my background. So that is another problem that we are working on fixing, and hopefully I'll be able to continue for 4 years.
Okay. Now it's time for your closing statement, and you have another 2 minutes for that.
All right. Being elected as a county commissioner has been a great experience. I've appreciated that the voters have trusted me to serve. I have done everything I can to work with our towns, work with our cities, work with community leaders, work with business owners in a cooperative manner to build consensus as well as grow our community. I hope that I can continue to serve for the next 4 years, and I sincerely, sincerely love being a county commissioner. So, thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
There are 4 candidates vying for 2 seats on the Vincennes Community School Board. Our first candidate is Phil Corona. We will begin with your 1-minute opening statement.
Thank you. I'll just start with the question of why I'm running for school board. I've had several people in the community ask me that question. It's very simple. I'm giving back to the community that's given so much to my family. I've had 4 kids go through the school corporation in the last 20 years. My last one is a student here at VU. My wife's been employed by the school corporation for 30 years now. The corporation has given a lot to our family, and I just feel like it's a good time for me to give back to the community.
Thank you. Have you filled out the vote411.org candidate questionnaire?
Yes.
Great. Thank you for filling it out. That will help all the voters in Knox County know more about you. Is there anything in addition to your opening statement that you would like Knox County voters to know about your background and why you are qualified to hold office?
I've been a realtor in the community for the last 17 years, and so I have a lot of business background, working with the community, selling the community every day to potential buyers and people that are moving to the community. So I'm very much in love with our community and the school corporation, being a family person and having kids going through the corporation. So I think I'll bring a perspective of someone who is very pro-Vincennes and pro-Vincennes School Corporation.
Thank you. Tell us the importance of this office.
I would say the importance of being on the school board is making sure things are getting done the way they're supposed to be done. It's an assistant to the superintendent, in my understanding. So we're another voice, another set of eyes to look at situations and issues that come across the school corporation. So helping the superintendent and being a voice for the students, of course, the teachers, but also the administrators. I feel like that's something that I want to do as a school board member, is to be in touch with administrators and understand what's going on in their buildings.
So what do you consider the top 2 issues facing your office? And you'll have 2 minutes for this.
Top 2 issues. I think as a school board member, I kind of tried to envision what that would look like for me, what kind of school board member I'd want to be if I'm elected. And that would be one that's in the schools frequently. being a presence, being a set of ears, understanding what's going on, volunteering, spending my time. My job allows me to be pretty flexible. I'm pretty much in business for myself, so I have time to offer that to the school corporation. But being in the schools, helping out, understanding what principals are going through, to be that voice for those administrators at the school board meetings and understanding what's going on for them. It may not be an issue, but it's something that I see me doing as a school board member, being active and involved in the schools on a regular basis. I mentioned being a voice or an ear for administrators. I want to understand what they go through every day. My wife being in the corporation for the last 30 years, I have a good idea what school administrators go through from day to day, and I have a lot of compassion for them, and I want to be that voice for them. I may not be able to solve their problems, but I want them to know that I'm going to understand what they're going through and be a voice and say, hey, we need to maybe take another look at this. We need to help this administrator with this issue. How can we help them? What resources are there for us to do that? So just be that voice for administrators on the school board.
Okay. What do you consider the top, excuse me, I already did that. Now it's time for your closing statement, and you'll have 2 minutes for this.
Okay. Again, I don't have an agenda. I'm not trying to get anybody off the school board. I just feel like at this time in my life, with my last child being a freshman at Vincennes University, that the time is right for me to give back. With my kids growing up, I never had a lot of free time. Now I have a little bit more free time than I'm used to, so it's just a great time for me to give back to the community that's given so much to my family, our well-being. I have 4 kids. I'll just say this real quick. 4 kids. One's a travel nurse. The other one just got accepted into the Indiana University physician assistant program today, and I have another one in grad school and another one here at VU. My kids, as any parent, is super proud of their own kids, and I contribute a lot of their success to their experience in the Vincennes School Corporation. So it's just, for me, it's a good time for me to give back.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Sure, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Our second candidate for school board is Colby Curzan. We will begin with your 1-minute opening statement.
My name's Colby Curzan. I'm a born and raised Vincennes resident, local business owner, and I have children that are in our school system. That's why I'm trying to run for Vincennes Community School Board.
Great. Have you filled out the vote411.org candidate questionnaire?
I don't think I have.
Well, we would urge you to do that.
Okay.
It lets people know about you as a candidate.
I remember seeing it, but I don't know if I filled it out.
Is there anything in addition to your opening statement that you would like Knox County voters to know about your background or why you're qualified to hold this office?
My qualification, I mean, I'm heavily involved in our community. I like athletics with our schools. I try to do what I can to promote them. I'm Vincennes Lincoln diehard, born and raised, and like I say, this is something I want to do. I'm the only candidate that's going to have kids in the school system, and that's my big why as to what I'm doing.
Okay. Next, tell us about the importance of this office.
So the importance of this office is it's transforming our youth. So we got to make sure that we're doing everything we can as a school system community to put in and invest to make our youth be successful in life.
Okay. What do you consider the top 2 issues facing your office?
My 2 biggest issues are I would like to see transparency. I want to live stream all meetings so the public knows what's going on, what we're voting on, so everybody can see what's truly going on with our school system. My other biggest thing is we need to invest in teachers. I want to try to increase their pay and funding for our athletics. And our support staff, our aides, we need to make sure that the money's there and there's plenty of those resources available for all kids.
Okay. Now is the time for your closing statement. And you have 2 minutes to do this, okay?
Okay, I'm going to try and wing it here. I'm Colby Curzan. I'm running for Vincennes Community School Board. My plan is to bring openness to the community. We're all going to know what's going on. There's going to be live streamed every meeting. We're going to fund our athletics properly. We're going to take care of our children, their mental health, their well-being. We're going to make sure all resources are available to them that is available within the school system. Security is going to be of real high importance. We got to protect our kids also. And with that said, just please vote for me when it's time to vote, Colby Curzan. Thanks.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Our third candidate for school board is Pat Hutchison. We will begin with your 1-minute opening statement.
Hi, my name is Pat Hutchison, and I am a candidate for re-election for the Vincennes Community School Corporation. I have been on the board for 12 years, and during that time, we have had a very successful financial years, and I just would like to be up for re-election again and do it again for another 4 years. Thank you.
Okay, have you filled out the vote411.org candidate questionnaire?
Yes, I have.
Great. Thank you for filling that out. This will help all the voters in Knox County know more about you as a candidate. Is there anything in addition to your opening statement that you would like the Knox County voters to know about your background and why you are qualified to hold this office?
Well, I have lived in Vincennes my entire life. My family has been part of the Vincennes Community School Corporation for 80 years consecutively. I have been in education for 25 years. I'm very well versed in curriculum and financial aid, and I'm the scholarship chair for our local Elks Club, so I just think that is part of my background. I'm fiscally conservative, and thank you for that question.
Okay. Tell us the importance of this office.
Well, it's very important. The school corporation board of trustees, we set all policies We do all of the hiring with the recommendations of the superintendent. But, you know, the future of our community is our children, and that's what we have to do the best possible thing to make the day as great as possible for any student and make it safe for those students.
Okay. What do you consider the top 2 issues
Well,
facing your office?
I just talked about one of them is school safety. From the time I was elected in 2010, we have really added to our SRO program. That's our school resource officers, and we have implemented many things to make school more safe. You know, you think about the tragedies around the United States, Columbine and Sandy Hook, and we just do not want that to happen here. So we do our best to keep the school safe. Second is curriculum. We have really worked hard on our early college program so the students can get up to an associate's degree. We're really working hard with our partnerships with Twin Rivers and Vincennes University to bring the trades back. We've added at Lincoln High School back again. It's sad that they had to leave at one time, but we have welding and auto mechanics along with our partnerships with Vincennes University and Twin Rivers.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Now it's time for your closing statement, and you'll have 2 minutes for this.
Okay. Again, my name's Pat Hutchison, and I'm running for re-election to the Vincennes Community School Corporation Board of Trustees. You know, couple of things that I think are important is that the student is the main focus, and you want that student from the time they get to school to the time they go home to have a safe environment and to have an outstanding educational day. You know, we've really worked hard about making curriculum from K through 12 the best that we possibly can. And we, you know, also is important to have a well-rounded student is extracurriculars, whether that be sports, clubs. We have a great Pride of the Green. We have also our choir programs, but it's just important for that well-rounded student to have a great day. Thank you for having me here, Joyce. I want to thank you for doing this. I want to thank the League of Women Voters, and I want to thank Nicole Carey and her team at WVUB for putting on this forum so people can see what the candidates have to say. So thank you again.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Hutchison. Our last candidate for school board is Lynn Bobe. We will begin with your 1-minute opening statement.
Okay, thank you. My name is Lynn Bobe, and I am a nurse here at the hospital, and I've been a nurse for 33 years. And my husband, he's on the fire department, and we have 3 children that went through the Vincennes Community School Corporation. And the school really was great for my children. They loved it and provided them many opportunities. And whenever I ran for school board, I wanted to kind of help. I always told them to participate in the community. So I wanted to participate as well and try to help all children and to have the best education that they can.
Thank you. Have you filled out the vote411.org candidate questionnaire?
Not yet. I've started to. I have not submitted yet.
Okay, that would be great because it will let people know about you as a candidate.
Sure.
Is there anything in addition to your opening statement that you would like Knox County voters to know about your background and why you're qualified to hold this office?
Okay. I feel like with my experience as a mother and with my children, that has given me that experience as far as seeing my children go through all parts of the education. They're graduated, and so I've seen the challenges that they've had, young, and also graduating, college, those types of things. I work in a large, with the hospital is a very high. A lot of people working there, and we also have a small business. So I feel like I kind of understand a wide range of things, and I also really feel like I am a trustworthy person who will do the right thing for all children.
Okay. Tell us the importance of this office.
Well, the office is very important. Our children are the heart and soul of our community and our schools, and we want our children, they're going to inherit the future here, and we want them to be well prepared for their future and to be good community members. It's our responsibility to make sure we build a great team to provide this education for our children.
Okay. What do you consider the top 2 issues facing your office?
Well, I think right now probably school safety is one. We always are hearing things on the news in communities who have not expected to have issues, and we have put into place many things to keep our children safe, but it's a continuous process. Also, I think social issues are a big thing right now. Children just have more and more things that they have to deal with, and we have provided more counselors, more guidance for those children, but it's just something that we really need to keep working on and to try to help these kids not be so stressed and to be able to focus on their education while they're at school.
Now it's time for your closing statement, and you have 2 minutes for this.
Okay.
What would you like to tell us?
Okay. Well, I've been on the school board for 12 years, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I really appreciate the opportunity. But I would really appreciate the opportunity to continue because there are so many more things. It's just a continuous process that I think we can continue to do more improvements. We have remodeled our neighborhood schools. We have updated our sport facilities. We have got grant monies and also provided different extra programs by having community partnerships. We've done things like Project Lead the Way. We have reinstated the welding automotive programs at the high school, a new reading program for the elementary. We also, during my 12 years, have made sure that we evaluate all the superintendent and all teachers so that we have a great team for our children. So I really would appreciate the opportunity to continue this and work hard for the children. We really want them to have a positive school experience while they're there, and we want them to reach their potential, help them identify something that they would want to do whenever they graduate, give them the tools and the grit education that they need in order to be successful and be good community members for us, our community, or wherever they may end up. So, I really want to be there for the community, but most of all, for our children.
Thank you. And we appreciate you joining us for this.
Okay, thank you.
Lynn
Thanks for
Bode.
having me. Thank you.
We'd like to thank all our candidates for participating in this forum. The League initiated these forums because we believe it's important for voters to know where our candidates stand on the issues so that they can make informed voting decisions. You can find out more about the candidates at the League's sponsored website called vote411.org. Since 2006, it has provided 36 million people in the United States with information about their candidates, here in Knox County too. The League, has asked every candidate that will be on your ballot to reply to various questions regarding the office that they are seeking on Vote 411. Those that responded have their answers on that site. You can also register to vote from that site. The deadline for registering to vote is October 11th. We urge you to check out vote411.org and look at your ballot prior to Election Day. On behalf of the League of Women Voters, thank you for watching, and please vote on November the 8th.